Hey, and today we continue with my Reaver 2.0 collection. I already made a Reaver Ghost and Spectre, so check them out if you haven't seen them yet. But many of you wanted to see a Reaver Phantom, and I mean many, so I hope I can live up to the dream. And as always, your suggestions are welcome down below. Let's start.
Thyros.exe.
This time I had the blessings to have a really good reference photo. Credit goes out to Rival. I hope I'm not butchering your name. But anyway, check out Rival's Reddit, it makes other really cool stuff there. But coming back to the Reaver Phantom, the 2D rendition is really good because everything is proportioned correctly and has all of the Reaver characteristics that you can want. So I had to spend less time in Photoshop and had more time in Blender. Speaking of Blender, I quickly opened it and started modeling the main body. I separated the modeling into parts. At first I created the main body and only that. I tried to get it to close as finish as I can get before starting with the gun barrel. After the gun barrel was in the right place, I moved to the trigger and handle area. After they got their fair share of love, the gun stock was next. And then at the end, you guessed it, the magazine followed. And now you might think, wow, he's already done. But that's further from the truth. Now the texturing and detailing parts follow. This usually takes the most time, so let's get right into it with the textures. Normally in the game industry you would use Substance Painter for the final textures. But I'm more familiar with Blender at the moment, so I'm sticking with that. The first step that I did was to add simple colors to the different parts. This helps to visualize the final product better. Then I added the blue and purple lights to the Phantom. This is an important part for the Reaver weapons and contribute to their visual style. This is also called the detailing phase, where I go over and refine all of the parts. At first I sculpted the handle with the crease tool to get these wrinkles. The next big small thing I added were all of these screws to break up the smooth surface of the weapon. And then I finally finished up the textures of the metal. I gave it the edge outline effect that like every Reaver skin has. This is pretty hard to do in Blender, but I think it was worth the struggle, because it looks way better now. The metal parts don't look flat anymore and they pop out way more than before. Then, as the last part, as always, I added the viewfinder. But that's about it. Next comes the animation and rendering part. I often push this part to the last possible point, because I always think that I'm going to change something big on the weapon and then I'm not changing anything and I waited for nothing. But regardless, I hope you enjoyed it so far, and if you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Anyway, you waited long enough and now you can watch the animation. Bye.